It is an incredible economic development, basically, as a result of modernization. The GDP per capita was at the time about $110 per year in 1970, and now is about 13,000 per capita of the population. So in a very short period of time, in less than 40 years, this has been achieved. And I think that is the most remarkable idea when I see these numbers. It has changed the country fundamentally compared to what it was. The economy, the Chinese economy before that, was vastly agrarian economy. And it's now the huge extent an industrial economy, or even you could even say manufacturing, compared even to many other countries in the world. China still has a higher percentage of manufacturing industry of GDP, is a bit similar like Germany. A global government initiative means global, and there is a global economy, and globalization means that as many countries as possible are involved. So all these initiatives are helpful in order to make people aware and to make governments aware that you need to follow a certain path. But it would be a mistake to believe that all the governments in the world will all follow the same path. They're not doing this. So it's important that you convince many other governments in order to be on the same track. But whether that is going to happen, well, we have to see. Trade impossible? No. You know what? It's the Chinese people who will ask for a larger share of the GDP, and they want to have a higher income. And if they want to have a higher income, which means you're becoming more costly and more expensive than maybe some other neighbor countries of China, which is okay. So I wouldn't worry about the Chinese playing the markets with low costs. I think that the Chinese people know very well, make their point well understood, that they want to share in the wealth. We're talking of well-being for everybody. Of course. Well, the reason is that the Chinese economy is very innovative. The Chinese economy is serving a huge market in China. It is the largest single market in terms of population. There are 4 times as many people as living in the EU in China. So even without exports, China has an incredible, huge single market, a big advantage to Europe. I hope there are changes, and there were changes, and there will be changes in the future. I think they are okay, as long as we leave the business to the business sector. I think it is very important that the relationship would stay very positive, and even before. The first trade agreement between China and Germany was signed. The trade volume, you don't believe it, was $20 million. 20 million. Now you have more than 200 billion. But it shows that how long, there is a very long tradition in that. And I think basically over the time, Both countries, and or you could say China and Europe or Germany, have done well and have both profited very substantially from this good trading relationship. We see from the fact, and if you have open markets, it's not by politics deciding who supplies what. Open markets are the key for competition, and competition is driving productivity, and with increasing productivity is the competition between the countries which improves the situation. It's not the other way around. So we need open markets and we need competition, and this competition is driven by trade and by the exchange between companies of in different markets. Well, it does already. I mean, if you look on the patents registered, China is the #1 in the world with patents registered in the last 40 years. It's by far much more than 1 million in China, about half of that in the US, and about 1/6 in Europe. Although the economies have a similar size, the European and the Chinese, or the EU and Chinese. So I think that it's important that we continue this way, and that China not only registered for patents, but that these patents are used economically, and there is still room for improvement.